AITA for refusing to help my brother after 2 decades of neglect and resentment? Hey Reddit, I'm really struggling with this and need some outside perspective. My brain is in a blender right now. So, I, 30 male, grew up as the other kid. Not just like second favorite, but actively neglected. My parents, let's call them Martha and George, had my older brother, Alex, 32 male, and he was their golden child. From day one, it was obvious. Alex got all the attention, the new clothes, the praise, the emotional support. I got hand-me-downs, ignored birthdays, and a constant chill from them. Like, I was just there. I remember being 8, and Alex got a new bike, and mine was a rusty old thing with a flat tire. When I asked my dad if he could fix it, he just grunted and walked away. Mom was worse, always a cold stare, always comparing me negatively to Alex, even for basic stuff. It messed me up, big time. I was always searching for their approval, always confused why I wasn't enough. Alex, to his credit, was mostly oblivious, just soaking up the love. He wasn't malicious, just happy, which, NGL, made me resent him too, even though I knew it wasn't his fault. This went on for 15 years. 15 years of feeling like a ghost in my own home. I moved out the day I turned 18 and barely looked back. About 7 years ago, when I was 23, my grandmother, Martha's mom, who I was actually close to, got really sick. On her deathbed, she called me over. She was fading, but she looked me in the eye and said, "Your mother, she never forgave you." I was confused. Forgive me for what? Being born? Then she told me. My mom, Martha, had always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom with Alex. She loved being able to focus solely on him. But when Alex was about a year old, Martha found out she was pregnant again, with me. It was an accident, and not just any accident. She'd had a brief, regrettable affair with a colleague. My biological father wasn't George. George knew eventually. Martha was guilt-ridden and ashamed. George, instead of leaving, decided to stay and raise me, but with one condition. I would be Martha's responsibility to deal with, and he would never truly consider me his son. My existence was a constant reminder of Martha's infidelity and George's compromise. My grandmother said Martha tried to love me, but the guilt, the shame, and the constant reminder of her mistake just made her cold. She literally saw me as the living embodiment of her biggest regret. It hit me like a truck. All those years of wondering, of blaming myself, suddenly made twisted sense. It didn't make it right, not even close, but it explained the ice. I went full no contact with Martha and George after that. Alex tried to reach out a few times, confused, but I just couldn't deal with him either. He was the symbol of everything I never had. Fast forward 5 years to a few months ago. I've built a good life for myself. I'm doing well professionally, have amazing friends, and a solid partner. I'm finally happy. Then Alex called. He sounded broken. His wife, Sarah, has a rare, aggressive form of cancer. They've exhausted their savings, health insurance is barely covering anything, and they need a very specific experimental treatment that's incredibly expensive. He was desperate. He asked if I could help, even just a little, or if I knew anyone who could. My first thought was, hell no. All that anger, all that neglect, all that resentment just flared up. I thought about all the times I needed help, needed support, needed a parent, and got nothing. I thought about Alex getting everything handed to him on a silver platter while I fought for every crumb. So I told him, not in a screaming match, but in a cold, hard voice, "Alex, I don't owe you anything. Our parents gave you the world, and they gave me nothing. You got everything you wanted. I got to figure out who I was without any love or support. You think I have anything left to give you after that? This is your problem, not mine." I hung up before he could respond. He hasn't called back. I know Sarah is still sick, and now the guilt is eating me alive. I sleep like crap. I keep replaying his broken voice, Sarah's face. They're good people. Alex wasn't the one who neglected me. He was just a kid, too, albeit one that got the parental lottery. My revenge was aimed at the wrong person, or at least it felt like revenge. I acted out of pure, raw hurt and anger. I still hate Martha and George for what they did, and a part of me feels justified in protecting my peace, in not giving any more of myself to that family dynamic. But another part of me thinks, I just became as cruel as my parents, just in a different way. Sarah's innocent in all this. Am I the AITA for letting my childhood trauma turn me into someone who wouldn't help their desperate brother, even if he benefited from the very situation that traumatized me? Update. After I posted this, I honestly expected most people to be on my side. I figured people would get the whole traumatized kid gets revenge angle, or at least understand why I couldn't bring myself to help someone who, through no fault of his own, had everything I didn't. I braced for some NTA votes and a lot of empathy for my messed up childhood. Boy, was I wrong. The comment section was brutal. Almost universally, people called me the asshole. YTA, soft YTA, ESH, but mostly YTA. It was a reality check I didn't see coming. People acknowledged my trauma, yeah, but then they immediately followed it up with, Alex didn't do this to you. Sarah is innocent. You're punishing the wrong person. A lot of people said I was letting my parents' cruelty make me cruel too, and that's what really hit me hard. Someone even said, your parents made you bitter. Don't let them make you a monster. I read them all, probably 100 comments, and with each one, the guilt just intensified. It's like I was looking at myself through a really harsh mirror. They were right. Alex didn't choose to be the golden child. He didn't know about my biological father, about the affair, about any of it. He was just a kid who got love, and I was a kid who didn't. And now his wife, an innocent person, is suffering because of a grudge I can't let go. A part of me still wants to cling to my anger. It feels justified, earned, like the only thing I have left from that broken family. And the idea of giving money to someone connected to them, even indirectly, makes my stomach churn. It feels like I'm letting them win, letting them off the hook for all the pain they caused. But then I think about Sarah and Alex's voice cracking on the phone, and the Reddit comments echoing in my head, you're punishing the wrong person. I haven't reached out to Alex yet. I don't know what to say, or even if I can bring myself to help, despite the overwhelming guilt and the unexpected clarity from strangers on the internet. I'm still stuck, caught between protecting my peace and succumbing to a wave of empathy for people who never intentionally hurt me. The comments made me see how truly alone Alex is in this now too. Even with my parents, who probably wouldn't lift a finger for Sarah either. It just feels heavy.